Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Coach Paget. This is Body by Paget, and I'm here today with a great quote for you guys. It is, when you can't stay motivated, stay consistent. Consistency and discipline will bring back motivation. And I just wanted to talk about this quote because a lot of people that want to get in shape or want to accomplish something or get results with something, it doesn't have to be their body, it can be anything else. It could be something having to do with business, it could be studying for school, getting a degree or something like that. They want to feel motivated and they want to get results, but they don't know what to do when their motivation just drops down, just drops off. And they think there's some kind of secret, like, what do I need to do to just stay motivated? I want to be motivated all the time, right? And the truth is, a lot of the times, there's going to be times where you don't feel motivated and the motivation does go away. That's very common. And I'm not saying that's the case for every single situation or every person, but a lot of the times that's the case. Something usually typically happens where there's something that motivates you in the beginning, right? Maybe a certain situation, maybe you are in a situation where somebody makes a joke and it has something to do with maybe you being out of shape and everybody laughs it off, but there's like some truth to it, And then you're home maybe the next day or so and you are about to get in the shower and you look at your body in the mirror naked and you're just like, since when? I actually heard that story from somebody and it just always makes me laugh. But yeah, you look at yourself and you go, you know what, since when? When did I let my body get to this point? When did I let my body just get this out of shape? And sometimes that's enough motivation to get you started on, you just feel pretty much sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? You're just, you get to the point where you really want to do something about it. And then maybe you join a gym, you start exercising, you start eating a lot healthier. And then you're only 2 weeks in, maybe even 3 weeks in, something like that. You feel really sore. You're kind of more tired initially, and you're not seeing any results, maybe even within the first month. And you weigh yourself every day and you're just like, oh man, my weight's not really changing. And then your motivation just totally plummets, right? I mean, that's pretty common. And yeah, so then you're like, well, what do I do? Because most people will stop at that point or give up. And the trick is, it's not really a trick, but it's just like this quote says, you have to develop discipline and you have to utilize discipline in order to be consistent, because the consistency is what will bring you those results, right? The day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, and you just stick with it, right? And without discipline, you're not gonna be able to do that, because there's gonna be days you do not feel like doing it. Trust me, I have those days myself. And that's the days that you really have to use discipline, right? The days that you really don't feel like doing it, you're tired, but you do it anyways, right? And you keep going and you keep staying consistent and just staying your path. And then you see the results come in. And again, this isn't just for your body. This can be for studying for school. This can be for business, things like that, right? Because everybody needs to practice to get better, right? And that takes consistency. And in order to be consistent and not quit and stop and give up and stop and go, which will leave you just doing this over and over and over again, you won't get any results like long term, is discipline. You got to have that discipline, right? So another quote I like is consistency is key, right? And I like to say consistency is king, because in reality, it truly is. A lot of people that want to get in shape, but they cannot get in shape, it's because they're not being consistent with something, or maybe even everything. Maybe they just quit everything and then they start again 2 weeks later and then they quit again. And then or they're just not being consistent with their nutrition. Maybe they're consistent with their exercise, but they haven't gotten down the nutrition aspect of it, right? Or maybe their sleep, maybe it is their exercise, And a lot of the times when you're not doing one of them consistently, if your nutrition's really bad, then you'll tend to, this is not everybody, but for a lot of people, then you'll tend to skip workouts, or your workout intensity is not that great, or you don't take it as serious. Or if you're skipping workouts, then you end up cheating on your food and just eating stuff you're not supposed to be eating. So, so yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today, and just bring it to your awareness that if you really want to get results, you have to be consistent. There's no way around it at all. And that's why I love this quote so much. So develop that discipline and stick with it day in, day out. Now, there might be a situation here and there where this doesn't apply, right? Because you go, what do you mean? What if I wake up and I'm sick? Okay, well then don't work out. You know, if you have a bad flu or something like that and you wake up really sick, then that's just dumb to work out. You got to rest your body, right? You've been lacking sleep 3, 4, 5 days in a row. You're high stress, and your body's just shutting down. You're falling asleep while you're sitting up. Okay, take a break, right? So those are particular situations where, yeah, okay, I get it. You need a rest day. That's fine. But all the other days, you gotta do what you're supposed to do. You know, you gotta do it. But what happens is people become complacent, and they just get comfortable in certain situations, and then their consistency just drops off, and their motivation just goes way down, right? So first, people are motivated, for instance, when they're going to get in a relationship and they're dating, and they're like, oh, I got to look good, right? Men and women both. Or maybe they just got divorced and they're like, okay, now I got to get into shape. Funny how when they were married, they didn't feel that way, right? Because they were already comfortable, like, oh, I already have somebody, I don't need to look good. But the second they get divorced, the second that they feel like they have a chance with somebody, then they start exercising more, they start taking care of themselves more, and then they have that motivation to look good because they want that other person to want them, right? I mean, I've been a personal trainer for a very long time, and I know when people get divorces or they have breakups, I've heard a lot of stories. That's when they come see me and they're ready to get like back into shape and they're motivated, right? So besides trying to utilize things that motivate you, really try to develop that discipline, okay? It's routine. It's almost like going to work, right? There's going to be days, you know, unless you're really, really lucky like myself and some other people I know that really love what they do, because I really don't have a problem with going into work. I really actually love what I do. But if maybe you're not so crazy about what you do, or you don't actually love your job or the people that you work with, I mean, I'm certain there's days where you just get up and you do not want to go to work, right? But guess what? You do it anyways, right? You got to pay those bills. So treat it the same way. You don't sit there in the morning and think about it. Oh, am I going to go into it? You just get up, you start getting ready, you brush your teeth, you do all your things, and then you go to work, right? So same thing with your workouts. You got to develop the same kind of discipline, or you just do it. And a lot of the times, even if you don't feel like doing it, once you do it and you're done, you will feel better. I promise you that. Okay? So anyways, take care. I will leave you off with that, and hope you have a good day. Like, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification if you can. And you'll be able to see every time I post a new video, and I'll be here with a new tip for you. Take care, everybody.